Hello, hello. Can you hear me out there? Hello. Welcome back, or welcome. I'm Maya. This is greenARTS, and this is greenARTS Completionist series, where we're taking past students' work and we are completing it. So these pieces have been left behind, children have moved on, and I am left with all of these uncompleted projects that I just couldn't bring myself to throw out. So here we are in this Completionist series where we are going to be completing them. Let's see here. Here is what we've done so far. This is the fourth installment of this show. And so as you can see, we have these little shoes that we made and completed some of these projects from the first week. Let me think if I can remember. And then this was from the second week, I think. And then these are from the third week. So actually, we left off where we hadn't completed this one yet. So this is what we'll be starting on today. And we'll be working on this. I decided that we're going to make it into a plushie. And we're going to be putting some fluff all around the corners. And then we're going to put rice in the middle. So it can kind of be a nice fidget toy, sensory kind of plushie. Anyway, how am I coming through? You can hear okay. That's good. And I have actually separated the music in the audio mixer, so you should be hearing the music without any compression. Give me a thumbs up or let me know if you can still hear the music okay. And we'll get going on these projects. Yeah, it's good. Excellent. Okay. I'm just going to push these little guys up out of our way as we bring this one to the forefront. It's a nice little piece. I think, let's see. So to complete this, we're going to want to use some colors to attach the edge. And I thought I would give you guys a little choice if you wanted to join the decision making on this. I think I'm going to move our camera in just a wee bit. Let's see. Just a little bit at a time so you can see. My initial thought is maybe to use the orange. We used a lot of green in the last piece, so I kind of pulled that out because I thought we were kind of liking the green. And then we have the black. So anybody out there want to chime in on what colors we could use to put these pieces together? We'll probably end up doing the whip stitch, kind of like on the edge here. Give a moment for people to come in and participate if you want to. I'm thinking green, probably not. And the black is dark, but I think we're going to go with the orange. Yes, the chat agrees. So let's split 2 threads off and we'll get going. When we split 2 threads off the main 6, sometimes they want to unravel, and you just kind of run your fingers slightly over them so that they kind of get their twist back in them. Making the knot for the end of the thread. And then threading my needle. I do the pinch blossom method. See how when I blossom, the thread comes up? Pinch blossom, pinch, put the eye of my needle, and then I blossom the thread right into the eye of the needle. All right. So as I'm looking at this, I always want to consider how I'm going to stuff it before I start. And you usually want to leave a kind of a plain area that isn't very jagged and in and out. So I'm going to start here. I'm going to work my way around the project, and then we'll have this area on the bottom open for stuffing. All right, let's do it. Sliding my needle in between the 2 pieces as we get started, because I want to hide my knot on the inside, using my needle to push the thread in. And here we go. We're going to be doing the whip stitch. The whip stitch is just going to be up from behind. I'm using my 2 fingers to kind of manipulate the fabric to make sure that I am going through both pieces at the same time. So now that we have gotten started, I just want to give a big thank you to my family and friends that have been showing up and supporting me in this live stream. I so appreciate it. And for those that are just finding me, welcome. This is a long time coming. It's been about 5 or 6 years since I've had just a bin full of these unfinished projects. So I really wanted to complete them, you know. I have a special place in my heart for all of these projects, and I couldn't just toss them, even though they had been left behind. So in this series, just for those that are new and just showing up, we are completing these projects. Completing the projects possibly as they were intended, or we might be elaborating. Just making them a little bit more special. And adding stuff that maybe the student didn't intend. But because I'm finishing them and I'm a little bit extra, that's what I do. So thank you for showing up and just hanging out with me, or maybe you're pulling out your crafting pieces and you're crafting alongside with me, or you just have me on in the background, which a lot of people do with streams. But thank you, no matter how you show up. I really appreciate it. And I gotta say that I'm really enjoying this process of completing these projects and making sure that these projects do get their day in the light, as it were. Continue sewing along the edge here. We don't want to leave too much space between the stitches because we don't want any of the rice to fall out. Even though we will be putting stuffing in the little extremity parts here, and the rice will probably mostly just be in the middle. But it's great sometimes to put rice in projects because it makes them, if you can think of the consistency of a hacky sack, for those that remember hacky sacks. Yeah, it has that nice little granule feeling when you have it in your hand and you're squeezing it. Like I said, it kind of makes the plushie into like a little fidget toy, which is nice. All right, we're coming to the end of this thread, so we'll probably end up tying it off soon. Oops, yep. The thread fell off my needle, which means It needs to be tied off. All right. Oh, it's turning out pretty nice, I think. All right. I'm trying to keep an eye on chat just in case somebody wants me to see a question or whatever. If you have a question about sewing, about the projects. Someone actually asked me in the comment section whether I would be giving these projects back to the children once I finish them. And yes, in a perfect world, that would be great for me to be able to find each student and give it to them. But a lot of them have moved on. And, I was always here. So had they really wanted these projects that they left behind, they could have always reached out and found me. I haven't moved. So these projects won't be given back to the students who left them behind and pretty much moved on. But I will be putting these on my Etsy store, and I am going to commit to whatever money that I make off of these, and I'm not going to be charging a lot. These are going to be, between $10 and $25 pieces. But I'm going to put that money towards a scholarship for a student to either do my after-school classes for free, like full scholarship, or if I sell enough, we'll do a whole week of camp on a scholarship. So rest assured, if you do end up wanting to purchase one of these off of my Etsy store, the money will be going back to a student, which actually makes me feel good. I give free scholarships anyway, but I figured, I didn't want people to feel like I was making money off of these and not really giving back to the students who left them behind and created this, content for me to make these. So that's the story. The money that I do make off of these will go back to a student in the form of a scholarship. So I hope that answers some questions that I've seen out there about this. All right, we're on to our next thread. Sliding the needle inside. Helping that knot get hidden inside the project. And back to the whip stitch. How's the music today? I know it might have sounded a little bit distorted because I was playing it through my mic on my other computer, but now I have it on a completely different channel, so it should be very mellow, coming through very clear. I have to confess that streaming is not my strength on the technical side. I am a crafter and I love to craft. And so that's really what I'm trying to do in this series is just craft. But I also have to learn all the technical stuff to be able to make it a pleasant experience for you guys too. All right. Oh, you know what, Lisa? I never did begin on the flower and the bird because I thought if you were very interested in it, maybe you wanted to put some input into it. So maybe that'll be the next project that we work on today as we finish up this one. Looking good. Maybe this thread will be able to get me to the very end. We'll see. Yep, as soon as we finish this project, I'll bring the bin out and we can start looking at the projects again and brainstorm on what we can work on next. All right. Let's see. Going around the edge here. Notice I'm always just turning the project around in my hand so that my hands can be comfortable while I'm working on the project. I know a lot of times the project will be upside down for you guys, but that's just the way it goes. It would be hard for me to hold my hands in an unnatural position for 2 hours. So we compromise. All right, let's see here. I'm looking at my thread and I'm looking how far we have left to go, and I think I could try to finish it with this thread, but I think I will just end up tying it off and starting a new thread so I don't have to stretch it to make it work. Again, pushing my needle into the inside of my work so that the thread is trapped on the inside. Okay, let's get a little bit of stuffing in these outside edges. Wow. A little bit of stuffing. So, as I was saying before, we never want to just grab a big wad and try to shove it in, because we want to get all the little points, their little stuffing. So, always starting with your little spots that need the stuffing, that it'll get blocked if we put a big ball of stuffing in the middle. So I use my finger, sometimes a pencil, to kind of push the stuffing into those little points. Put a little bit of stuffing here in this little guy. Oops, let's not poke through. A little bit of stuffing in there. Okay, see, I didn't take my own advice. To get stuffing in this very tiny bit, you really do need to have a very small amount. That way, you can make sure it fits into the tip. And then we have a little padding in those tips. Very good. Put a little bit of extra here on this side. I'm going to put a little bit of stuffing in the top of the head. And now I'm kind of creating like a little pocket in the middle here, in this spot here, where we're going to put the rice. Let me see if I can try to put some rice in now. So this is, let me back out a little bit here. This is usually how I do the rice. I have a big old bag of rice. And I have a little funnel, a little collapsible funnel that I have in my bag. I'm going to put the funnel right in the spot inside, so the funnel ends like right about here. And then I'm going to take my little spoon and I'm going to pop that rice right in there. We're just going to wiggle this, maybe pick it up a little bit, get that rice all in the center there. Ooh, it looks like a good amount, almost up to the edge. Just going to press it down there, get rid of the air pockets. Let me tilt this up here for a moment. Oops. Put aside my rice. I'm going to grab a little bit more stuffing. All right. First, let me prep my needle and thread. I'll come in again. Let me prep my needle and thread, because as we sew this shut, we are going to need to pinch it closed. So We'll need everything all at once. So, thread here, ready to go. We have our rice in here. I'm going to add just a little bit more stuffing. Let me kind of feel it. Ooh, it does feel good. You see how it's, I don't know if you can hear it, the crunch. Here, I'm going to put it up to my mic. Do you hear that crunch? It's cool. I like it. Okay. Yeah, I think that's enough stuffing for right now. So what I'm going to do is, this is really when a pin doesn't come in as handy because it's going to kind of tweak the fabric. So we are going to be holding our project shut with our hand and see how I can move my finger back and forth. That will line up the two pieces of felt properly when we're sewing. Okay, you notice there's a little bit of fluff sticking out. So I'm just going to go ahead and brush some of that fluff out of the way. Starting my needle on the inside. Pushing that knot down inside the project. And here we go. So the trick here is to make sure you're holding the project upright so the rice doesn't fall out. And just make sure that your stitches are close enough, again, so the rice doesn't fall out between your stitches. Yeah, I'm actually glad that I did go to a new thread, because if I was trying to pinch it closed and kind of stretch the end of the thread to complete a good knot, it would be challenging. And since we are the creators of this project, we want to make it easy on ourselves. So just learning the tricks and the trades of all the little things you can do to make it a little bit easier. All right. Here we are, we're coming into the end. Sorry, I'm moving up. Is it focusing on my hands? I hope so. I kind of think that this is going to end up being one of my favorites for the fact that it has that rice in it, and it's kind of has a, would you call it like a tactile experience with it. I tied my two knots and I'm going to push my thread into the project, pull it out someplace else, and then cut it. And there we go. Oh, this looks so cute. And it has the rice in it, so it's kind of got that texture going. Here, let me turn down the music and see if you can hear the texture when I crush it. Hold on. Let's see. A moment of silence. Listen. Yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. I think it's cool. All right, bring the music in a little bit. Oh, that song was just fading out. Perfect timing. All right, so we finished the fox from Tuesday, and now we get to decide what else we're going to make. Let me pull out the bin. I think this is the one you were talking about, Lisa. Let me pull out a little bit. Yeah, this one's absolutely adorable. And we were talking about possibly incorporating the bird with the flower. And I'm trying to see how could we do that successfully. Well, let's at the least give the bird a beak. Let's see here. Oops. Let's cut off a piece. Maybe just a piece like this. We'll cut a little beak. Cute, cute. The one thing that I worry about is how do we fit the bird on with the flower? Like, are they buddies? Or is this bird coming in for a landing? Is the bird eating the flower? Color combination is nice, you're right. All right, well, I kind of wish that this bird was oriented this way because then there would be more room, but it's not. So we're just going to work with it. So maybe we'll just do like a layer here. What else could we add maybe up here that could kind of make it a, because I'm almost tempted to just leave it as is, as a pillow, or maybe like as an open bag with like a loop. I don't know. I'm kind of stuck on this one. I think that's probably why I didn't work on it. I usually try to wait for some kind of inspiration to hit me. Let's see here. Okay. All right. Well, then why don't we do the bird below? We could also have his little tail sticking off. Doesn't have to be perfect. All right. Well, let's stop dilly-dallying and we're just going to attach this bird on here and we're going to see where it takes us. So I'm going to pin the bird on. I'm going to pin on this cute little beak. Maybe I'll make it a little bit smaller. Just a wee bit smaller. Sometimes it's important to get the proportion right. All right, let's do it. So now, let's see. Shall we do like contrasting colors? Remember how I was saying that sometimes the thread color is a little bit hard to see. So maybe we need to do some contrasting colors. Like maybe for the bird, you might come in with a little bit of a blue. We pull in a little bit. We come in with, for the bird, we'll come in with like a little green maybe, and then maybe for the beak, maybe we'll use up the rest of this orange, just so that the stitches show a little bit better. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and put a knot at the end. We don't need a lot of thread for the beak. So let's just sew that on with this orange. I'm going to go ahead, start behind so that my knot is on the back side of my project. And I'm just going to do a nice little running stitch all the way around the edge of the beak. So I'm going to make these stitches quite small because you want to make it in proportion with the other pieces. That's a little bit different from like a student. Oh no, what happened? Our little petal fell off. We'll have to repair that. Put you aside. But as I was saying, not to rag on the students, but a lot of times they'll do like one large stitch to attach something. Like some of these petals are put on with one large stitch. I may end up having to reattach some of these because it looks as if the knot was cut on this white thread, so the petal didn't stay on. That's okay. All right, let's get this little tiny beak put on. There we go. All right. We got our little beak on. Flipping it over. We're going to go underneath a stitch to create a loop and then go through the loop. Doing it twice on top of each other so the second knot locks in the first one. Okay. Now, let's see what's going on with this little white stitch here. All right, I see that some of these were not completely tied on there, so let me do this real quick. I'm going to tie off this thread on the back that came undone, and then we'll just get some more white thread and we'll sew those petals back on. I can see that the student hid these doll eyes actually have a pointy back, and the student hid that pointy backs. So that leads me to believe that this was going to be a purse, so that when you reach into the bag, you're not getting the pokey back of the eyes hurting your hand. So I might end up making this a little bag. Let's see if I can get this knot to cooperate. I just don't want this white thread to come undone again, so I'm going to go ahead and kind of give it some extra little ugly knots there on the back. Let's see here. Get some scissors, just cut those a little bit shorter. There we go. Yeah, so what happened? We had this petal fall off and we had this petal fall off, which is fine. We can still attach them back on. Get that guy in there. Before we go ahead and sew on the bird, let's just fix those petals. All right. Get a little white thread. All right. So I think these are pretty much in the spot that they were in. I'm wondering if I should try to match the student's stitch style. I don't know if you can tell. Let's see if the camera will close up on it. Focus. It won't. If you can see, the stitches are kind of wide and in the middle of the petal. So in this instance, I'm going to match the style of the student so that the integrity of the flower petals is still there as the student saw it. And then I will also come in and do a couple of stitches on this other petal that fell off. Not necessarily the stitches I would do personally, but the style is already, the tone has already been set by the style that the student chose because they did very big stitches into the petals. So I would like to do that. But I would also like to hide this knot. Where can I hide you, knot? Where are you existing that I could hide you? Maybe I can pull it under this petal. The little knots on the front piece of the work sometimes bother me. Only because I know we can hide them, so sometimes my desire to hide the knot definitely wins me over. There we go. I have hidden it. Voila. I had my way with it. But we did attach the petals back on, which is good. Let's tie off on the back. And then we can start working on the little bird. And get him attached. Oh yeah. Very nice. Yeah, I think I like the color green because the background's green, so this green will kind of tie into the background, and blue and green are pretty together. So we're going to do that. And then we got to figure out if we're going to attach anything else to this side. Like it could be a heart, it could be words, it could be a button. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm going to go ahead on the edge, start. And again, my stitches are going to be tiny, but you'll be able to see them pretty well because of the green, which is nice. And actually this is going to be incorporating two students' works because you can tell that this student did very small stitches around this wing of the bird. So you can tell that the students definitely had two different style of sewing. That's really what's beautiful about, you know, hand sewing, embroidery, all these kind of things, is that everyone has their own unique style. So no piece, even if they're all making the same thing, is alike completely. You know, everyone has their own story to tell through the way they make their art. I'm actually quite encouraged because I have a couple of students that are really taking to heart making their own patterns and kind of taking other patterns and manipulating them to create their own patterns. So they're kind of using what already exists and then they're kind of bending it to their own desire, which is a great talent to have when you are creating. Making things better and copying things in the beginning is a way of learning. So I do encourage it in my classes. All right. We're making quick work of this bird. I'm trying to see what time it is here. At the top of the hour, I will usually take about, a few minute break, get up, walk around, get something to drink. I also encourage everyone else to do the same. So we're not sitting too long. Just wake up my other computer here. Okay, yeah, we've got 20 minutes, so we're doing good before the top of the hour. Ooh, a cloud. I like that idea. It's See, this is what's so fun about collaborating, is I would not have thought of a cloud, and I actually have some cloud shapes already cut out that have been floating around, so I'll check that out. Yay, good idea. All right, coming to the end here. And notice as I reach behind the project, I'm not flipping the project over to see where the needle is. I just reach underneath and my hand finds the needle. It's amazing how much non-verbal communication goes on with our body. And that's what I try to teach students, that our thumb is kind of like helping guide our hand below where to come up. And, you know, there's a lot of nonverbal communication that our body makes that we're not even aware of. And trying to instill those like good habits of where to have your hand so that it's telling your other hand, you know, where to go. All that kind of stuff is strange at first, but as it becomes a practice, it becomes really natural. And just as writing in script or anything new that a student does, you know, at first it's a little bit challenging, but after a while, it seems really natural. So because we're close to the edge, I usually just kind of weave my thread away from the edge so I don't have to deal with a little thread on the end, kind of like this one. There we go. Okay, here we go. We've got our little birdie, and I'm going to fold this over like this. Got our bird. And then in this box, I thought we had some cloud shapes that were already cut out. So I'm going to look to see what we have. Ooh, I was not wrong. Look at that. And the cloud shapes are blue. What if, would that be weird to have like a little partial cloud kind of here? Let's see. Or I could cut the cloud smaller. Let's see if I can cut it a little bit smaller. Ooh, yeah, we could do a sun. Maybe a sun peeking out from behind the cloud. Let's see. I'm just going to make this cloud a little bit smaller. And you're thinking maybe a sun popping out from behind. We have 3 yellows that we could use for the sun that might be popping out behind. And I'm going to cut this even smaller to kind of scale it better for the project. Shorter and longer. That's how I want this cloud. And then maybe we'll do another cloud on the other side. Like over here a little bit. All right. It's coming together. It's coming together. I like it. Yes, a partial cloud. Yeah, so we'll kind of cut it off a little bit like that maybe. Could even come in and just give it a sharp cut. Like that. And what about the sun? We're like top left corner. So maybe we can have like a little sun popping out from behind. I think this is the color that we use for the flower, so let's not use that for the sun. So then we have this color for the sun or this color for the sun. I'm thinking maybe the lighter yellow for the sun. Does that sound good? These other yellows seem a little bit close to the style of, oh, that was weird. Was this popping back and forth? Interesting. Okay, let's make a little sun popping out from behind the clouds. Just a wee bitty sun. How's that? You know what also is coming together on this? Maybe we want to do like a stem and maybe like a leaf popping out over here. I like it. Let's see, some green. Maybe we can do this. I'm just using this scrap. I'm gonna cut it down like this. And then I'm gonna cut a leaf out of this part. And let's see how that works. I put that there and I kind of slide the stem in between. Well, that's kind of cute. It's kind of like he's blowing in the wind. Do we like it? Shall we continue? I think it looks cute. I like it. It'll work. All right, see, look at that. We came up with this together. I like that. Let me just go a little bit out. Oh, I don't know why it's doing that. My scenes are... I'm pressing buttons I don't know what they do on my remote, so hold on one moment. Let me just get a sip of water. Ooh. All this talking. It's giving me the dry mouth. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, this really came together. I'm really happy with this. So, I'm going to hold that in place while we sew these two pieces in. And you know what, too? I'm going to go extra. We're going to do like little sun rays coming off of the sun. That'll be cute. So, let's see. I have a very bright yellow here. Almost full strength. I think this is 4 strands. I'm going to use the 4 strands because I want to make like a little sun rays coming off of the sun. And I want them to be very visible. All right. Thank you so much for showing up, Lisa. I appreciate your contribution. And yes, you'll be able to see the finished piece next time when we see you. Thanks for showing up. All right. So yeah, I'm just going to let my sunbursts off of this sun be my stitches to stitch it on. So there'll be some long ones, there'll be some short ones. Let's see, I'm going to come in a little bit closer. There we go. We're all here together. Short and long. And then if we want, I can come back with some extra stitches to kind of fill in between. But yeah, with these little pieces we sewed together, we're kind of creating a story. Maybe the story is that the sun is popping out from behind the clouds, the rain is going away, the flowers opening up to see the sun, and the bird is coming out from the nest to go forage for some food. now that the rain has passed and the sun is out. So I'm liking these little sunbursts, but I'm gonna go and do a lot more. More will make this really shine pretty. Shorts and longs, filling it all in. And then I think we have a light green that we can go ahead and use to put on the stem. And then for the cloud, let's figure out what we're going to do for that. What color? Thread. Maybe we'll just do a blue, or maybe we'll do white. Any preferences out there? I'm always up for your advice or what you think might look good. Let's get one more. I'm going to do one more over here. All right. Ooh, I like it. That turned out nice. Flipping it over. Ooh, look at that messy mess. I love it. It's always cool to see how messy the back of projects are, especially when the front is looking so nice. All right. Let's see. Yeah, that's real nice. So, it's coming together. Make the leaf thinner, you think? A little bit thinner? Sure. Why not? Doo, doo, doo. There we go. Is that better? More in line. Okay. Let's do white. White for the cloud. That way you'll be able to see the thread a little bit better. I think this is enough thread to sew on that cloud. So I'm not going to sew on this edge. Oh my goodness, what's happening here? Why did it go in so close? I'm confused. Is this thing moving without me pressing the buttons? Okay, what I was saying is that, oh, I did it again. Is it doing it when I raise this? This is so strange. There, I don't know what's happening. The camera is moving on its own. Let's see, okay. Hold on 1 second. I'm not exactly sure why it's moving around without me pressing on it. Ooh. Okay. Now that I just got my sound all figured out, now I have to deal with, okay. That's where I want to stay. Can you stay there for me, camera, please? Okay, I'm going to put this down. Hopefully it'll stay there. So, what I was trying to say is that I'm not going to sew this edge here of the cloud because when we sew the back onto the front, we'll capture the edge in the stitch. So for right now, I'm just going to do the edge of the cloud in this white. Okay. I'm actually a little bit afraid to like zoom in because it's acting so finicky. Okay. Are we good? We're good? Okay. I'm checking on the screen because I'm not sure what was going on with my camera. It kept on zooming in and I wasn't touching it. Oh my goodness, the tech side of streaming is challenging, but I am willing to go through it because I'm really enjoying myself. Nice. Okay. I'm just going to continue sewing our cute little stitches around the cloud. So I just want to remind you, for those that are out there listening, whether you're watching the live stream or if you are watching this later on my channel as a video, if you do find this entertaining or enjoy my content, please consider subscribing. And if you are subscribed, please do hit the like button. And if you find that this stuff is interesting enough to share with somebody, another crafter, oh my gosh, that would be great. Any kind of activity on my videos or live streams does help YouTube algorithms find me and then share me with other people. So if you are enjoying this, please do one of those things. I greatly appreciate it. And that way we can continue doing these fun streams together and creating more stuff. These streams will probably go on after I'm finished with all these cute projects, and I'll just start making projects from scratch, maybe even asking you guys, what should we make next? So you guys can be participants in these crafting streams. And I do read the comments later, so if you're watching this as a video and you want to see me make something, you could always post that in the video, in the comments on the video too. So many ways you can communicate to me. Also, what I have in the description is my link to my Facebook, greenARTS Galore. And there, if you have sewn something alongside me, or if you've sewn something at all and you just want to share it, you can post it onto that that Facebook group. All right, here we go. Done with that cloud. Let me just get some of that fabric away from the edge. Oop. All right, looking good. Looking good. Let me just match this edge a little bit. The blue is sticking out a smidge. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and put that on now. Let's see, what time is it? Oh, you know what? Why don't we do this? I'm going to take a break for a few minutes. Oops, let me go over here. I don't know why it's doing that again. I'm going to go on a break for a few moments and get a glass of water and do all the things. I suggest we all get up, stretch our legs, and I'll be back in a few moments. And while I'm gone, I'm going to put this on. I'm going to turn off this. and you'll listen to some music. Okay, be right back. All right, I am back. Okay. Much better. Okay, are we ready to get back to our crafting? Oops, let's see. Here we go. Back this out a little bit. All of my little gadgets. Let's see if I can get this to come out a little bit. Oh, I don't know why it's doing that. So sorry, technical difficulties. All right, here we are. Back on track. There we go. Let's see if it'll stay there for me. It just flipped off of it. Ah, my goodness. I really don't know what's going on, and All right, I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna come in, and I'm gonna hope it stays. Oh, it didn't stay again. What is going on? I don't understand. I have nothing preset. Okay, that's good. But I would still like you to go where I tell you to go and stay there. I thought I had all of my technical difficulties taken care of. And somehow there's always something that's going on. Anyway, let's continue on and see how far we get before it moves on me again. I will try to keep a good humor about it. All right, here we are. We're going to go ahead and sew this on. I'm going to start right here on this leaf, coming right onto the point. I'm just going to do nice little running stitches. And then I'm wondering if we just make this a little bag. As we finish the leaf, we will get to that decision making. Well, the camera is staying where I put it, so that's a good sign. Hold this really tight because I don't want the stem to move out of my little place that I want it to be in. Let's move this music a little bit lower. There we go. Those horns were pretty loud in my ear. Do you guys hear the music okay? Just want to make sure that this stem is staying in between the two petals. Oops, oh my goodness. The camera moved on me again. All right. I guess I know what I'll be working on over the weekend. How to control my camera from not moving on me while I'm working. These technical difficulties, they don't bother me so much because I know it's not my strength, so I'm just kind of learning as I go along. The one thing that I do notice is that, hold on. I'm so sorry if this is kind of ruining your experience. Yeah, it's really confusing why the camera keeps on changing its position, because there's nothing I'm doing to it to tell it to do that. Anyway, as I was going to say, what was I going to say? Oop, it slipped my mind. Okay, well, if I remember it, I will bring it up again. All right, so now that we have stitches going up one side, we're going to go down the other side, matching up the stitches so it looks neat. There we go. Okay. I'm not exactly sure. If the camera keeps on doing that, I may have to cut my stream short, which I'm not happy about, because I want to stay consistent so you guys can count on seeing me on Tuesdays and Thursday mornings to like hang out and craft or just be on in the background. Yeah, very interesting. Let's see here. That little guy in there. Okay, last stitch, this little spot. Beautiful. I like it. Oh. Come on. Oh, you know what? Let's see. Can I... This thing. Okay, I'm seeing that. Let me just see if I can maybe lock the feature. Back out a little bit. And then let me see if I can lock this. Oh my goodness. They are locked. That's the thing. I'm so sorry. I wish I could figure out how to fix this. All I can do is just get the camera back to its original spot, and hopefully, maybe my batteries are dying. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it's definitely making it challenging today to craft. Okay, let's see if I can tie this off real quick. Did I do it? No. Let's tie it off real quick. And then I was thinking about possibly doing a button. A button above. Oh, do you see how it's changing its positions while I'm not even touching the remote? I'm so confused. Honestly. Okay, there we go. Well, I'm not exactly sure how to deal with this. I've been working on my sound, and now I have to work on my camera, I suppose. All right, beautiful, love it. I was thinking that we could make this a little bag. And usually what we use for the straps for these kid bags are these wonderful, colorful shoelaces. So look at all these different colors that we can use. Right off the bat, I'm looking at the blue. Right? That might be nice. So when I say to make it a little purse, I mean like we're going to make it a little bit of a bag like this. Right? And then possibly put a little button here, which would actually be sewn onto the inside. And that way it could have like a little button closure. We'll see. So strap idea or color idea is the blue. Or the yellow. Or I don't think we'll do purple because that's going to introduce a completely new color. But maybe green. And I don't have white. So like blue, green, or yellow are my choices. I think for this one. Oh, we have this blue too. Oh gosh. Decisions. we have just enough of that lighter blue to make a handle. So is there anybody out there that has a preference of one color or the other? You like the yellow? Okay. Let's see. Let's pull these other colors away. Oh yeah, that's nice. You know, all the colors would probably work. It just depends on, you know, what your preference is, what you like. I think we'll make it a short bagged purse. Oops, like that. And hold on one moment. Hold on. Hi. Okay, that was my kid. He came to see if he could help me with my camera. But we can't do it live, so he's going to come later and help me with my camera. Okay, so here we go. I'm just going to cut these pieces off. We'll size this in a moment. So, button. I want to attach a button here to be a closure for the little bag, which I think will be so sweet. So let me pull out my buttons, which I have many of. Okay, for the buttons. So I have so many buttons. I say so a lot, don't I? I will work on that. So I just did it again. We have buttons here that we could put. No flying fish. Oh, this dragonfly looks super cute. But I thought maybe something up top here. Maybe like a butterfly. Oh, here's a couple of different dragonflies. Let's see, what else do we have? We have another little bird, but we don't want to... Oh, gosh. Hold on. Oh, it changed back. And it changed again. What is happening? I'm not sure what's happening here. Can we back out? All right, let's back out. Move over. I don't know what's happening to my camera. Anyway, let's see. While the camera's still going, well, let's see little bug buttons that maybe we can use. Let's see. What else do we have? Another bird. I'm looking for like a butterfly maybe. Oh, there's a butterfly. Or what else? I keep on looking up into the camera because I want to make sure that we're still in the position that I think we're in. Okay, look at this. So we have a couple of different butterflies. Let's see if we can zoom in on this. We've got a couple of different butterflies. These are wooden buttons. Little wooden buttons. We're not going to use all of them, obviously. I thought we should just pull out a couple. I'm not going to do the bird because we have our bird. So we don't want to have another bird in there. So we're going to have a little hole right here because our button is going to be sewn onto this back side. So what we have to figure out is, what do we want? I mean, we could have like a little dragonfly coming down to visit the flower. This dragonfly I think is a little too big because we don't have a lot of space up there. Or it can be a little butterfly that's coming down to land on the flower, perhaps. Any preferences out there? We also have a ladybug, a yellow ladybug, which usually our ladybugs are red. And I'm looking through these buttons and I don't find any, though I do kind of, I don't know. I'm thinking I kind of like this one. I think it goes well with the colors. What do you think? There's no preferences out there, so in lieu of you guys sharing the first bug is good. I don't remember which bug that was, but I like this one. You mean this one? I like this one too because the green kind of matches the green of the fabric. So if this one will work, let's use this one. Which means we need to sew it onto this back side, right here. So let's see what thread we have to sew that on with. We could sew it on with yellow. I think that would be a good idea. And let's see if the camera will let us back out a little bit. It's always something, which just makes life interesting. It's funny that the camera wasn't doing any weird stuff while I was having audio problems, and now that I fixed my audio, I believe, now I'm the camera problems, which I guess is just, the way of the world. It's just going to make me have to work to be better at this, which makes sense. I should be better at it. Okay. Let's pull in a little. And let's sew on this cute little dragonfly button. Let me just make sure it's in the right place. It's always good to check. I think it is. All right. So I'm going to hold it really tight in this position while I come up from behind. And this, see how the needle came up right away through that little tiny hole? Well, that is the beauty of training your body to have conversations that you can't hear, like nonverbal conversations. Because this hand and the other hand are letting me know where it needs to come up for that hole that I'm looking at. Anyway, I'm going to do a couple of stitches here. And of course, we do have a spot on the back here where you're going to see our knot. That's kind of unavoidable since it is a little bag, but it's a very small knot. And I'm just going to push my thread actually back to the front side. And I'm going to cut my thread here. Boop. And there you go. So we have our, didn't cut. We have our button, our closure button. And now I'm going to just pin this together here just for a moment while I mark where I need to cut my hole for my button to pop out. So I see it's right here. So I'm going to just make a little mark here and here. It might be a little bit hard to see. I can see it. I think I can. Oh, no, I did lose it. Here and here is where I want to be. I'm going to bend it in half. I'm going to give it a little nip with the tip of my scissors to create a hole there. And then, hopefully, our lovely dragonfly will come up through that hole. And so that will be our purse closure, like that. Beautiful. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to secure this tape all along the edge here. And when I say tape, I meant shoelace. All along the top edge, or along the edge here, because we're going to sew that into our project while we are sewing the edges together with the whip stitch. Doesn't have to be all the way to the bottom, but we do want to definitely secure as much of the strap with inside the purse. So I'm looking at how my shoelace is going. I'm going to bend it in and push it down in this side too. It's just going to be a small little like handbag zipper, not zipper purse, but button purse. I'm just trying to line everything up as best as we can, so that when we're sewing, we can really focus on our stitches and not worry too much about the placement of things. Pushing that in a little bit. There we go. And one more pin on the bottom here. All right. Looks like the camera's behaving right now. Here we go. I think that's going to look nice. Okay, so here it is. Here's the decision. What thread color are we going to do on the side here? Well, let me pull out a couple of choices. We have yellow. And when I say sew together, I mean we're going to do the whip stitch, which is this stitch right here, all along the edge on here, and then this project is done. So let's pull a couple of different colors. We can do the yellow. We can do a blue. What else? We could do green. Oops. Uh-oh. Let's see. Oh, did you see that? It's moving on its own. I didn't even touch it. Yellow, blue, or green. Let's see. Let me put the question out there to you all. Do, do, do. Ooh, I don't think I can write on this one, can I? No, I have to write on the other computer. Hold on one moment. Do, do, do. So you see that? Hand free. It's moving on its own. I didn't do anything. Okay. Let's see. So here I'm gonna say yellow, blue, or green. All right, let's see. Blue, yellow, or green? I think any of those colors would work, but I'm curious to see what you think. I'm always curious to see what you guys think. And there it goes, changing on me. I didn't touch anything. What do you think? All right. Let's see. I don't have any answers. So, do I want green? Do I want blue? Or do we want yellow? Okay. I think I will pick blue. Today, we will pick blue. And yes, the camera is still popping in and out, and I'm not exactly sure why. But rest assured, I will be exploring that this weekend. All right. That's so funny. Okay. It's okay. We will get through this. Let's see. Yeah, we're doing good. We still have like almost a half hour. All right, so in this instance, I am going to start on the inside so we can hide the knot. And then I'm going to do the whip stitch. Put my finger here to make sure it goes onto the right side. And then this is it. We're going to do the whip stitch, closing up this one side. Making sure to go through the shoelace, which is going to be our handle as we're going. We can push that in a little bit if we want to, not see too much of it. So later in this series, I'm just kind of slow going. I'll probably be opening up a Patreon so that for those that want to join, I'll put all the stencils to the projects that I've made online for anyone to use. What else? There'll probably be other things there that will be interesting. But I'm still learning how to set all that stuff up. So nothing's set up yet. How are we doing? The camera cooperating with us in this moment? Good. So as we come up to the top, oops. I'm gonna go ahead. And tie this off up here. Pulling up the pin. So as we're closing this out, I'm going to do a stitch. Before the loop closes, I'm going to go through it. And then we're going to go through it again. One knot on top of the other. And then in this instance, I'm just going to go not just into the project, but I'm going to go down the seam. And this will just lock my thread into this area so you won't have a loose thread inside the bag. Go ahead and cut that off. I'm going to get a new thread. Ooh, that looks nice. I really do like the silly little dragonfly that we added at the end as the closure button. It looks cute. All right. Okay. Starting on the bottom, going on the inside first, so I can hide my knot. Using my needle to push it in. Oh my goodness. Okay, you want to come up close on me, camera? Nope. No, you want to zoom out again. You see that? I almost feel like there's somebody in the room pressing buttons. Ooh, I can't see. The ghost in the machine. Anyway. It adds a little interest and intrigue to the stream, I guess. I'll definitely have to be doing some reading up on this equipment. Oh, that's what I was going to say before. In the olden days, when you get a piece of equipment, it would come with all of these instructions, how to use, troubleshooting, and all that. And nowadays, when you buy something, it just comes with a parts list, and then you're kind of left on your own to go online, find how-to videos or instruction manuals online. So it's a little less user-friendly and a little bit more like, you bought our product, now just go out there and figure out how to use it. Which is totally my style because I am an entrepreneur and I kind of do my own thing. I march to my own drummer, as it were. So just plugging something in and using it is kind of my style, but this thing I think needs a little bit more attention. I need to figure out exactly what needs to be done to make it work better. All right. Well, I think this project might be the most detailed project that we've worked on so far. We added so many things to this. Okay, tying up my knot, going through the loop, and then running my thread down through the seam, coming out someplace else. All right. Oh my gosh. Come on, look how cute this is. Yep, with our little button closure, we managed to get our little bird on and make the flower make a little bit more sense by giving it a stem and a leaf, giving it a little bit of atmosphere to be in. And even that button, one little tiny knot on the back, not too bad. Oh my goodness, I'm really happy with this. Wait one moment. So, my nose. Let's see. Where's my box? Okay. Well, first, let's just take a moment and just look at these two pieces. Now, I know that I've been rushing through a lot of the other sessions because that's kind of my style. I go, go, go. And this time I just wanted to slow down a little bit to see how everyone's doing, what you think about the project so far that we've been making. Yeah, just all these cute little pieces. Thank you. It looks great. Marivon says, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, this is so sweet. I like it. And all of these little cute pieces will eventually be on the Etsy store. Just got to get around to it. But yeah, it just has so much of that child energy in it, these projects. And it's just so beautiful to see. I mean, sure, artists go to design schools and they get their degrees, but there's just that natural artistic ability of children that is just so sweet. And it's beautiful to capture it in a project so it can live forever in that state. And, you know, oops, there goes the camera again. Closing up on stuff. So cute. Maybe it just wanted a close-up on my cool little stuff that we did. Who knows? Anyway, let's see. Let me just check my other computer here. Oh, we've got like 15 more minutes. So maybe we can start another small project. Oop, yeah. Camera's kind of doing what it wants to do. Where is me box? Okay. So I'm trying to think of what we could finish in 15 minutes unless we want to do another like start it now, finish it next time. We do have this little guy. He doesn't have much to do to be finished. And then maybe if we wanted to, we could make him a little outfit next week. Let's see. Let's see what we need to do for this guy to be finished. Well, first, I think we need to stuff him a little bit. This leg might need a little bit repairing because when I stuff in there, I think it's going to fall out. A little hole that he has in his leg. Let's see. I'll do a little stuff here. Let's see how this guy is doing. So notice I'm just putting a small piece in here because we really want this piece to be all the way down in the leg. So with my pencil, I'm going to slowly, oh, goodness gracious. Okay. I'm going to slowly push our stuffing down into that leg. Which, like I said, I might have to do a little repair job here. But we'll put the stuffing in it for now, and we can repair it after we finish it. Not ideal, but I don't want to like undo all these stitches and redo it because we just don't have the time today to do that. But let me get some stuffing down into this other leg. There we go. You can kind of see with my thumb and my finger, I'm kind of pinching to help direct the stuffing into the places that I want it to be. It's hard to describe it in words how to do it. You just have to feel it. So, you know, you push your stuffing down in there. And then while you have the pencil, my pencil is like right here underneath my thumb, and I'm kind of pushing down around the stuffing and the pencil at the same time to kind of help the stuffing kind of stay where the pencil wants to go. Oop. So I'm feeling these legs. They feel very stuffed now, and I'm definitely going to have to complete that. So as I was saying before, sometimes, let's see if I can get the camera to focus on us here. When the stitches are too far apart, what happens is the stuffing will push out in between. No big deal. We can go and fix it, but you see how some of these stitches actually missed the back sheet, and that's why there's a big gap there. Oh, there's another gap here too. All right, we're going to be fixing this thing all over the place. That's okay. I mean, this is what it is all about when kids are learning how to make their projects. You know, these are the things that happen at the beginning, and as you learn and do more projects and get better at it, you learn that you got to get your stitches closer together. You can't miss the back side of the fabric, or else, you know, it makes a big gap there for the fluff to fall out. And this guy kind of is giving me the feeling of a gingerbread man, just not a decorated gingerbread man. Now, I'm not going to decorate this gingerbread man after the fact, just because it's really hard to do stitches on things that are already complete. Every once in a while you can do it, but it's best to decorate the piece before you put the back and the front together. That way it's just easier all around. Okay, so we're coming to the point where I think I should probably tie this thread off, and then we're going to sew the head together. And then this little guy will be done. Yep. All right, let's go ahead and sew. Tie this off into a knot. All right. Okay, we're going to tie this off. Second knot over the first. Oops, my loop closed, but that's okay. I slid my my needle into the stitch. Okay, I'm going to pull this out here. I'm going to give it a little cut. And then let's go ahead and get this head sewn up. And then we'll come back and we'll fix all the little holes that we find in the body. Oops. I can't believe this is like my 4th time streaming. And I gotta say, it's a little bit of a roller coaster, but I'm really enjoying this process. I'm really looking forward to more people being in the chat so we can really collaborate on these projects. Though I am coming to the end of the projects that were not finished, but that's okay, because once we finish those, I'm going to go ahead and just start doing some new projects. In fact, this is a way you guys will be able to collaborate, letting me know what you want me to make, within reason, of course. I still get to choose, but you guys can always suggest stuff. I love it. And really, I have to say, my process it's a little bit hard for me to figure out what to do on my own. But once somebody else says, oh, you know what would be cool if you could make such and such, then all of a sudden the wheels start turning in my mind. And I'm like, okay, how can we make this happen? So yeah. The original ideas are kind of tough for me to come up with, but I definitely can improve on ideas that are shared with me. Definitely. All right. Let's see here. Keep on going around his head, making these stitches all nice and small, close together. Making sure I'm going through the back piece also. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I have to wipe my nose. It's so itchy today. I don't know why. Maybe allergies with all the heat. The cold and the heat and the cold and the heat, making all the bushes and the flowers bloom around me. All right. Coming around to the bottom side here, where we're going to want to stuff the head pretty soon. This gingerbread man has a very big head. All right, let's see here. Can I do it? Yes, I think I can finish it with this thread, but let's stuff the head. Let's stuff the head. So these doll eyes that are here, they have like a little back. They are safety eyes. So they have a little washer on the back to keep them into the fabric very well. But they also have like two poke out things. So we want to make sure that the head is nicely stuffed. Yeah, I want a little bit more stuffing. I don't want his head to kind of like fall down. Okay, so as we sew this shut, I'm going to squeeze it between my fingers and hopefully we have enough thread here to finish it up. There we go. I'm just happy that the camera is cooperating in this moment. And I'm definitely going to be doing some research this weekend to see how we can do it. Oh, hey Rachel, how are you doing? I'm so happy to see you here. It's great when friends show up. Makes you feel so good. So I'm going to finish this up. Hopefully I have enough thread. Oop, uh-oh. You know what? I know we've got such a little amount to do. But I'm going to tie it off and I'm going to get a new thread because we still have to repair some of the other little holes that are in the project. So we're going to do that. And then let's see, what time is it? Oh, yeah, we're coming up to it. Okay, let me finish this up. I'm going to tie this off real quick and get a new thread. And then we'll be able to finish this little guy up. Oh my goodness. It really is too short because it keeps on falling off. I wanted to say, Rachel, I've been seeing your Instagram posts and they're amazing. So kudos to you too. Great stuff, great stuff. All right, let's get this thread out. Backside. Let's finish this up. The new thread. Okay. Well, you're doing amazing. You're doing amazing. It's working. Okay. Here we go. Let's finish off this little bit here. So starting on the inside, pushing the stuffing and the knot down in there. Finishing up this little stitch. Ouch. Yeah, I poked myself. All right, so now let's tie off this side. I'm moving a little bit faster now because I do want to finish all the little fixes on this guy before we close out stream today. So we might go a little bit long. We'll see. Just a few minutes, not too much. Okay. So again, we got a little hole here in the leg and a little hole there. Oop. We got a little gap here underneath the arm. So let's just go around and fix those real quick. Okay, so let's see. We're going to start up here. And I'm just going to add a couple more stitches right in these areas. And I'm going to bring it in a little bit tighter. Pushing in some of this fluff while I'm doing it because we don't want to trap the fluff in our stitch. Do, 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 do. All right. All right, let's tie this one off. Excellent. Pushing it through, taking it out the other side. Doing a couple more knots. Where else? Let's get underneath the arm here. So a mistake often made is a student will bridge the stitch from one side to the other, and you really, really need to go up into the corner, the armpit, as it were, of your project. All those like inner valleys has to be sewn, or else your stitch will just kind of stretch from one side to the other. So let's see. I think we got all of them. Nope, one little guy right down here. Real quick, probably just need like one stitch to pull that in. Hopefully, because I don't have a lot of thread left. There we go. Just a couple stitches right here. Let's see, this kind of torn the other way. So we'll just pull it like this a little bit. All right. There we go. Oops. And I'm going to push it into our project and pull it out someplace else. And I'm cutting. All right, here we go. We finished up these 3 projects today. Remember our crunchy, rice-filled plushie, kind of a fidget toy. We have our beautiful little bag that we made together, and this little gingerbread person that is now completed. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. This has been amazing, even with the camera mishaps. Please join me again. I'm doing this Completionist series where I take my student projects and I finish them since they left them behind. And I'm going to be here every Tuesday and Thursday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. as long as I can keep the series going. I will be taking a break during summer because I do run a camp, and also in the spring. But I'll give you a heads up in my community notes on my channel. So thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Maya. This is greenARTS, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you.